What's up, peeps? Thanks for hanging out today. I'm Jen, and you're watching Copper Cactus DIY. Today, I'm finishing my main bedroom makeover. That's right, the cave is finally complete. I'm adding a faux hickory wood grain on a shelf, then I'll create a sizable piece of custom art for above my bed, and I'm doing that project for less than $10. Plus, I have one last thing to do in the bedroom that, if I forgot, it could have ruined the entire look. So if you want to see what that was, stick around because I'm getting started right now. I cleared things off, taped the wall and laid out a drop cloth, and used a 240 grit screen to scuff sand. After wiping off all the dust, I let things dry fully. And I laid down a coat of Faux Effects set coat. This is my favorite base coat when I'm doing a faux wood grain with glaze. It's highly pigmented and has superior bonding properties, so it's a great choice for doing faux finishing. I left coat 1 to dry for a couple of hours. Then I went right in with coat 2. With set coat, you want to make sure you get to it within about 4 hours for your second coat, or you have to wait somewhere in the neighborhood of 48 hours in order for the bonding properties to set correctly. And then I let everything dry for a few more hours. For this undergraining layer, the first layer here, I used a custom mixed deep brown shade, and I applied this using broken, very sparing strokes across the entire shelf. I just made sure to go directionally. I added the mid-tone brown glaze right away, and I made sure to apply that with a light hand so I didn't drag very deep into the first coat. I wanted them to blend, but I didn't want the second coat to completely overshadow the first coat, if that makes sense. Then I left that to dry for a full day before starting on my toning glaze. Alright, I'm starting with a slightly damp but not sopping 3-inch or so foam brush and a custom mixed glaze color for my toning glaze. This better be enough or I will cry. Okay. Just get in there and coat it up, both sides, pretty heavy, and splat it on and pull it out. And I'm gonna pull the tape right away. Come on. You can do it. Come on, tape. Yeesh. Only 'cause I'm filming though. Always only 'cause I'm filming though. Should have pulled the tape right after set coat. I guess that's just whatever. Okay, let's try this again. I got all the touch-ups done. Then I wrapped everything up by applying 2 coats of Varathane's satin top coat. By that point, I still hadn't noticed that big glaring forgotten issue that I mentioned. Well, hang tight, 'cause we're getting there. But what about like this one? Push. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Alright everybody, let's check out this thrift haul. Yep, that's it. I really just need the one thing right now. I'm doing this art for above the bed, and this piece is the only one I really needed. So I didn't even really bother looking around the store very much more. I did take a quick buzz through all the furniture and all of the small wood stuff, but nothing really jumped out. So this is the only one that did. I'm excited to get this started because I have a very clear vision of what I want to do with this piece. My first rule of any piece, though, something like this where it's not like real canvas, it's got that plasticky nylon kind of thing, I'm going to be cleaning, and then I'll wipe everything down with baby wipes. That way it'll take off all the residue. So I'm just going to get started on that. Let's get you into some high-speed action. I first used the wipes and finished up with a wet rag and then left it to dry. I'm going for an aged, layered plaster effect for this art piece, and I want something simple, but I want it to also have a lot of texture, at least visually, so it pops off of our very dark wall color. For this project, I'm using regular old pre-mixed joint compound mixed in with latex paint at about a 4:1 ratio. But I didn't really measure specifically, I just mixed it until it was a solid color, and then I used a Japan scraper to apply a thick coat to the canvas. I wasn't going for perfection, but I did want complete coverage, so I applied it in every which way. And by some miracle, I mixed just enough to coat the entire canvas, including the edges. Score! For the second coat, I lightened things up a bit in the paint color, but I still used about a 4:1 ratio of compound to paint because that seemed to work pretty good and it dried without any cracks. For the second coat though, I used a skip trowel technique to apply the mixture all over the canvas. The skip actually allows some of that base color to show through, even though I'm going over the entire surface. I applied it using kind of like a loose hand, and I tried to avoid any obvious patterns. Once I finished the edges, I left this piece to dry, and I went to take care of something that had been bugging me since the minute I did it. This awful faux weathered wood had to go if this room would have any chance of looking classy. I did 2 coats of paint over this, which covered everything nicely, but I did the second coat off camera. For the final paint color, I went with an even lighter creamy white. Same ratios again with the compound. For this coat, I stayed with a general directional pull and a very broken skip trowel. I made sure to leave plenty of the prior colors showing through, and I thought you might like to see how I did this in real time, so here we go. had this weird nerve thing happen in my side, so I asked Mr. CCDIY if he could tag in, and thankfully he could. Thanks, babe! Once the piece was up, I thought the room was completely done, but there was still that one last thing. So weeks after I finished this space, I went to go do a load of laundry and moved our rolling cart out of the way. Well, only to discover I completely missed an outlet cover. Okay, so saying this would have ruined everything might be a tad dramatic, but white outlet covers weren't really in the design plan, and I painted all the rest of them, so I'm just glad I noticed it. The last thing on my list was to touch up the wall paint, and then I could call this whole room, our fabulous cave, finally complete. So thanks for watching today. If you're not subscribed, click on the button below and take care of that now, because about 60% of the people who watch my channel aren't subscribed. Go, get on it, do it, do it. Just join the party. It's a fun time, I promise. You'll enjoy yourself. I'm hoping to take part in the copycat challenge that's coming up in a couple of weeks, and I'm definitely taking part in the spring fling challenge that's coming up in March, so you're gonna want to be here for that. But thanks so much for being here and watching today. That's all I've got for you. Later, peeps.